Supermicro Computer Inc. closed its regular trading session on Monday, May 18, 2026, at exactly 30.85 USD, marking a minor intraday decline of 0.61% from its opening levels. While a casual glance at a daily chart might suggest a quiet, stagnant trading period for this infrastructure giant, the underlying data reveals a massive corporate tug-of-war taking place behind the scenes. Millions of shares are changing hands as institutional managers and individual traders reshape their portfolios, trying to figure out if this company is an absolute steal at its compressed valuation or a ticking time bomb weighed down by internal governance risks. This specific price point is a critical battleground because it sits right in the middle of a massive structural pivot. Everyone in the market thinks they understand what is happening here, assuming that the stock is merely trailing the massive daily swings of major semiconductor names. The reality is far more complex and interesting. The market narrative says that as long as tech giants keep buying hardware, server builders will thrive automatically. But the hidden truth driving the current price action is an aggressive shift in profitability metrics that completely caught short sellers off guard, forcing an intense round of short covering that is quietly setting a higher floor under the stock. Most people looking at this chart remember the wild spikes of the past and assume the asset is broken because it is no longer making vertical daily leaps. They look at the headlines, see legal scrutiny, and assume the growth story is finished. This creates a fascinating disconnect between public perception and actual operational execution. The common belief is that the enterprise is losing its grip on the massive data center boom due to severe component constraints and structural delays. The contrarian view, which is becoming impossible to ignore if you dig into the numbers, is that the firm is actually structurally healthier today than it was during its chaotic peak. The massive gap between what the public expects and what the financial statements show is exactly why the volatility has become so concentrated. The massive institutional volume spikes we are seeing on modern trading desks suggest that large-scale funds are quietly accumulating shares, while retail sentiment remains deeply divided. When you track recent stock movement, the daily swings tell a story of immense capital reallocation. Over the last few weeks, trading volumes have consistently remained well above historical averages, often exceeding 30 million shares in a single session. This is not normal retail churning, it is the unmistakable footprint of massive institutional rotation. Large funds are adjusting their allocations across major tech assets, rebalancing exposure between core positions like Tesla stock or Apple stock and specialized infrastructure names. The recent earnings reaction provided a massive shock to the system that perfectly illustrates the tension between market expectations and corporate reality. The company reported its third quarter fiscal results, revealing net sales of 10.2 billion USD. On the surface, the headline revenue figure actually missed consensus expectations by more than 17%, causing an initial wave of panic among superficial algorithmic trading systems. The market expected a massive top-line blowout, and when the absolute dollar amount fell short due to severe customer site readiness delays, a knee-jerk sell-off seemed imminent. However, the real meat of the report was hidden in the margin profile, which completely shattered expectations and sent the stock surging by more than 24% in the immediate after-hours session. Non-GAAP gross margins staged a phenomenal recovery, expanding to 10.1% from a dismal 6.4% in the previous quarter. This margin expansion trickled directly down to the bottom line, delivering a non-GAAP diluted net income of 0.84 USD per share, significantly beating the consensus estimate of 0.62 USD. This massive earnings surprise was driven by an improved product mix, a sharp reduction in expedite charges, and fewer inventory write-downs. Suddenly, the narrative flipped from a company that was burning cash to survive into an enterprise that is figuring out how to optimize its profits even when facing supply chain friction. This is why tracking the daily swings is so essential right now. The market is actively trying to price in a more efficient, higher-margin business model against a backdrop of lower short-term revenues. Macroeconomic pressures are also playing a massive role in shaping how this stock trades on a day-to-day basis. We are operating in an environment where capital cost remains stubbornly high, meaning that running a working capital-intensive business is incredibly expensive. Look at the company's operating cash flow for the recent quarter, which came in at a negative 6.6 billion USD. This massive cash burn was primarily driven by a $10 billion reduction in accounts payable and a deliberate decision to build up massive inventory levels, which reached 11.1 billion USD. In a high interest rate environment, carrying that much inventory is an immense financial burden that extends the cash conversion cycle to over 100 days. When investors look for top-tier execution, they are comparing these metrics against the clean balance sheets of software firms or the massive cash reserves seen in an individual brokerage account holding premium hardware suppliers. Sector momentum has been highly fragmented, with major chip designers continuing to command massive premiums, while the companies responsible for assembling the actual racks are forced to fight for every basis point of margin. To really understand why this asset is priced where it is, we need to look at what the underlying business actually does.
The company is a specialized provider of high-performance server and storage solutions designed specifically for massive data centers, cloud service providers, and intensive enterprise computing. Their core advantage has historically been a modular building block architecture, which allows them to design, assemble, and deliver customized server setups far faster than traditional enterprise hardware legacy builders. Instead of buying a rigid prepackaged server rack, a massive cloud provider can request a highly specific configuration optimized for deep learning, AI training, or heavy liquid-cooled workloads. This direct liquid cooling technology is becoming the absolute focal point of their long-term strategy, as modern high-density chips generate an extraordinary amount of heat that traditional air-cooled systems simply cannot manage. By positioning themselves as a total IT solution provider that delivers everything from the physical rack and management software to the actual cooling infrastructure, they have carved out a critical niche in the broader technological landscape. Historically, this business model allowed the firm to grow at an astronomical pace when the initial demand spike hit the market. However, that rapid scaling exposed significant internal control weaknesses and governance issues that still haunt the stock price today. The lingering memory of past financial reporting delays, sudden management changes, and ongoing regulatory scrutiny from agencies like the SEC and DOJ creates a persistent valuation discount. More recently, severe legal headlines emerged in March 2026 involving export control indictments linked to individuals associated with the company, which triggered a sharp sell-off and sparked a wave of shareholder class action lawsuits. This governance shadow is the ultimate anchor on the company's multiples. While a standard high-growth technology stock might trade at a premium valuation, this enterprise carries a trailing price-to-earnings ratio of roughly 16, reflecting the profound skepticism that institutional investors harbor regarding the company's internal accounting and compliance structures. It creates a classic investment dilemma, where the operational metrics are screaming that the stock is undervalued, while the legal risks scream for caution. For the average retail investor looking at modern investing sites or navigating a mobile app to manage their capital, deciding where to deploy funds requires weighing these operational realities against structural alternatives. Many choose to bypass the extreme volatility of individual tech stocks altogether, opting instead for managed products like a Schwab Intelligent Portfolios account, or building a foundational portfolio around diversified instruments like Fidelity ETFs and Fidelity mutual funds. For those managing a self-investing strategy through a Fidelity brokerage or a standard individual brokerage account, the decision to hold a name like Supermicro Computer requires a deep stomach for volatility. The stock's current position is heavily influenced by how its valuation stacks up against broader sector plays, such as Nvidia stock, which commands a massive premium because it controls the proprietary silicon that goes inside these server racks. When a trader opens their Robinhood trading platform or log into the Robinhood app to place a trade, they are participating in a broader market ecosystem where capital constantly chases the highest certainty of return. Let us pause here for a moment and get a pulse on what you are doing with your own capital. Comment below how many shares of Supermicro Computer you currently hold in your portfolio right now, or if you are completely avoiding this stock due to the ongoing regulatory risks. It is always fascinating to see how real traders are sizing their positions in names with this much structural tension. Looking ahead, the future outlook for this infrastructure giant is entirely dependent on whether reality can finally break free from the negative expectations established by its governance history. Management has issued forward guidance for the fourth quarter of fiscal 2026, projecting net sales in the range of 11 to 12.5 billion USD, with non-GAAP diluted earnings expected between 0.65 and 0.79 USD per share. For the full fiscal year, the company raised its total revenue outlook to a massive range of 38.9 to 40.4 billion USD. This outlook clearly signals that demand for high-density AI servers and direct liquid cooling systems remains incredibly robust. The company is actively expanding its manufacturing footprint in Silicon Valley and across international sites to support higher density rack deployments, proving that its customer pipeline is not the problem. The catalyst for a massive valuation re-rating will not be another revenue beat, it will be the definitive resolution of their internal control material weaknesses and a clean bill of health from regulatory bodies. There are two distinct scenarios that could play out over the coming quarters. In the bullish scenario, the company successfully navigates its current legal hurdles, standardizes its financial reporting without further restatements, and continues to capture a massive share of the liquid-cooled data center market as enterprise customers scale their AI factories. If they can maintain a double-digit gross margin while executing on their raised full-year revenue guidance, the stock could experience a massive upward re-rating as institutional managers realize the compliance risks are fully priced in. Conversely, the bearish scenario involves further supply chain bottlenecks, extended cash burn that strains their $1.3 billion cash reserve against $8.8 billion in total debt, or new legal complications arising from the ongoing export control investigations. If alternative platforms like Interactive Brokers stock trading show a sudden surge in institutional short positioning, it will signal that the smart money believes the compliance issues are too deeply structural to fix quickly. When you look at how this stock is positioned relative to the broader market, it becomes clear that it represents one of the most intense battlegrounds in modern corporate finance. It stands in stark contrast to the steady, predictable capital appreciation investors look for when using advanced digital tools like a SoFi robo-advisor or evaluating options on standard investing sites. For active traders using sophisticated systems like the Interactive Brokers platform or managing active portfolios through SoFi Invest, this asset demands constant monitoring. Every headline regarding global server deployments, chip allocations from top-tier designers, or updates from federal prosecutors can alter the intrinsic value calculation overnight. The tension between expectation and reality is completely defined by this balance between spectacular engineering growth and profound regulatory uncertainty. To bring everything back to a central focus, the reality of Supermicro is that its operational engine is running incredibly hot, even as its stock price remains depressed by an intense governance discount. Investors who expected a complete collapse under the weight of supply chain constraints and margin contraction were proven completely wrong by the latest fiscal performance, which highlighted a massive recovery in profitability. Yet those who expect a seamless return to all-time highs are ignoring the massive capital requirements and legal overhangs that continue to restrict institutional fund flows. The stock is trapped in a structural transition, shaking out weak hands and forcing a thorough reevaluation of what it means to be a critical hardware supplier in the modern computing landscape. Navigating this environment requires looking past the superficial daily noise, tracking the institutional volume trends, and focusing entirely on whether the company can clean up its operational house fast enough to match the relentless demand of its market. This video is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Please do your own research before investing. Market involves risk. Like this video,